Good morning, YouTube. Mark here. I'm headed to the Vulcan Rider Association's National Rally. I'm actually really excited to go. I'm hoping to be on the road by around 7 o'clock, but I called my parents last night and told them I want to meet them for breakfast at around 7 o'clock. So it's going to be more like 8 by the time I'm actually on the road and traveling.
I got Gibble all loaded up and ready to go. 700 miles one way. It's going to be quite the journey.
So decided I'd look at the weather for the Bedford, Pennsylvania area for the week, and 20-30% chances of rain for the 3 days of the rally. So I was like, oh crap, So I'm sure at some point it's going to rain on us a little bit. Hopefully it won't be too bad, but
Who's a good girl? Who's the good girl? Are you gonna miss me? Are you gonna miss me while I'm gone? Are ya?
Okay, I just did a quick trip into Clinton. Had a little bit of breakfast with Mom and Dad at the Sundown Cafe here, downtown Clinton. But I'm about ready to jump on the bike and start towards Pennsylvania. But I'm done with the interstates now. Highway 80 is in the past. I am now on US Highway 30. I'll be on this for a little while until I get into Indiana. And then I'm going to jog off of it and get on US Highway 6, and I'll be on that the rest of the day. Hey guys, well, I made it safely to Ohio to my hotel room for the night. Hey, do you guys remember the movie Wild Hogs? There's a scene in there that's the guys are riding down the road and all of a sudden they get like hit with a whole crap load of bugs. You know, I think Tim Allen's character got one like on the face, you know, and it just kind of back onto his goggles and across his helmet. A couple of the guys started laughing at him, you know, and they just get hit with a swarm of bugs. You know, they just get plastered with it. Well, that's kind of what happened to me today too. I was driving along, and all of a sudden I got hit probably by about 10 bugs or so. But let me show you my face shield. There's one right dead center there, and it dribbled all the way down. Yeah, there's another one up here. So that's a big splatter mark, and there's another one here. And some of them hit up here. One of them hit here and kind of splattered up on my GoPro mount right up there. I can turn this in the way that you can see it. There's another big splatter mark. 6 just on my helmet alone. My body got hit, but really no splatter marks were showing up on my clothing or my jacket or anything like that. So, but the one that hit the face shield, it actually hit right where my mouth is on it. And when it did, that dribble that came down actually flew up and onto my mouth. That tasted like crap. I had to stop and get something to drink for that one. Just thought I had to share. So, this will be my last vlog for the night. I don't think I'm going to make another one. Tomorrow, I'm going to head to the rally. I'll be in at the Friendship Village campsite in Bedford, Pennsylvania. Probably about 4:30, 4 o'clock local time. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting there. I already got a bunch of friends that are already showed up there, so I can't wait to see them. So this is Mark saying I'll see you tomorrow.
Well, good morning. Today is the 7th. It's Monday, and there's supposed to be rain in the forecast. I'm trying to decide which way I want to go. I want to hurry up and get to the rally, and if I jump on the highway, it's only going to take me 5.5 hours. But that means I got to go north and right into all the rain. I can kind of head down more of a southern path, hopefully stay ahead of the rain, and get there in 7 hours. Which I'm thinking about doing because, you know, I want to enjoy the scenery and stuff like that too. And I think I'll get more of a scenery going south than going north towards Toledo. So I think that's it. I'm going to get going. I need to get the bike loaded up and hopefully stay ahead of this rain. Time to go.
Okay, well, I've been on the road for about an hour and a half now. And it's been a very hard hour and a half. There's a good breeze blowing today. I'd say probably about a good 15-20 mile an hour breeze. And it's just dead in my face, so I'm doing 70 down the highway. And then you add the 20 mile an hour breeze. Oh. So yeah, it's been kind of hard. You know, my head's getting kind of jostled around. Then you make a nice wide curve or something like that, and then the breeze is hitting, the wind is hitting you at a cross. So then you're like leaning your bike to try to fight it, and then all of a sudden it lets up for a second, and then you gotta correct it, and then it hits you again. And there's a couple of times where I actually started crossing over the divider line. So it pushes you around, it really does. Oh, but I didn't go the route that I wanted to go. I wanted to just jump up on the turnpike and get there as fast as I could, which was going to be like 5.5 hours. But that means I would have had gone north and right into a storm, and I didn't want to do that. So I decided I'm going to do more of a southerly route and try to stay ahead of it. So far, so good. I've been able to. The sun's even peeked out of the clouds every once in a while now. So, but yeah, it's turned out to be quite an adventure today. I had to stop and get something to drink, go to the bathroom. I had to take the GoPro off my helmet too, because that just grabs so much of that wind, and that's a lot of what's been twisting my head around, is just having that GoPro up there. I mean, it's actually like sucking the helmet up. You know, I can feel my chin strap getting tighter, and it loosens up on my forehead and on the top of my head. So, but I'm just going to sit here and enjoy my soda for a little while, and then I'm going to get back on the road. Another thing I should probably mention is I had to actually stop shortly after getting onto, I think it was US 75, I think it was. But when I got everything ready this morning, I was in such a hurry, I didn't do a great job on tightening up the straps. So the straps that are holding my LIBE pack in place are a little loose. I actually had to stop and tighten them real quick. I mean, nothing serious. It wasn't falling off, but it was starting to dip over. But everything's fine now. So, like I said, time to get back on the road. I have arrived at my campsite. As you can tell, I've been busy setting up. Got my sun shield up and my tent set. My tarp is on the ground. Got some gear over there on the picnic table. I got a few neighbors, not VRA members like I was hoping I'd have, but so I was setting up, and lo and behold, Rob from Scotland pulls up. So he's kind of like me. I kind of got lost in the park as I was driving around trying to find my site. Tell you, it's warm. I know they were calling for thunderstorms tonight too. Whew. I hope everything stays together. I tried to anchor it down as best I could. Bad thing though is that the closest bathroom is way over there, which means I gotta walk around that frickin' lake every morning to go pee. Don't like that idea. Anyway, the rest of the trip was fine. I got a little wet for a few hours, just hitting the very tail ends of some storms as I was coming down. What is it? Like 422 and what was it, 75 and stuff like that. Some of them were pretty good storms by the way the roads were looking. I mean, they were just drenched. I was actually getting soaked from cars, you know, that I was getting close to or that were passing me, because they spray up the mist and get me all wet. So that was really the only time I got seriously wet. And I got caught in a few light sprinkles, but nothing to really complain about. Okay, well, I'm going to get set up. Rob's just like 4 or 5 sites down from me. He's setting up. So I'm going to go over there, see if he needs a hand. I got to still get out my sleeping bags and my pillows and stuff, get them in the tent. I may have to get the bug spray on, because not a lot of mosquitoes, but little gnats are flying all over me, fruit flies and stuff. All right, so I'll talk to you in a bit. Bye. Good morning. It is, I think it's close to 6 a.m. I had a hard time sleeping last night. Just new sounds and stuff like that were kind of keeping me awake, and there were some wind noises, and being what happened last year, my tent almost blew over, so I was really listening for wind, and there was some, but it was almost like it was like towards the top of the trees. It really wasn't coming down onto the ground where I'm at. So today we're doing the Dick of the Dragon. Well, I'm doing the Dick of the Dragon. Other people are going to do what they call the caverns.
Basically, it's kind of like Cave of the Mounds, in that you go there, you pay a small entry fee, get in, and look at a cave, which those are fun. I enjoy it a lot, but I just want to do the Dick of the Dragon. It's a very technical ride, and I want to see if my riding abilities are up to snuff here. So that's my plan for today. I think I got back to camp at about 8. I actually wanted to hang out with a bunch of people, and I went and got myself registered and everything, and then it was like, well, it was 7 o'clock local time. I was like, I'm starving, I haven't had anything since a Taco Bell stop on the road at like 10:30 or something like that. So I was like, I'm hungry, I need something to eat. So I went in the restaurant at the hotel, and my waitress was taking forever to take my order. It took forever to get the food out to me and everything. I mean, seriously, it was, by the time I sat down to the time I got my food, it was almost an hour. So I was like, holy cow, what the hell? But by the time I got my food, it only took me like 10 minutes to eat it. I was hungry. And I got back outside, and I really couldn't find anybody. There were a few people hanging around the pool and a couple of people at the bar and stuff like that, but the vast majority of them, it's like, where is everybody? All their bikes are there. They couldn't have gone far. So I was like, well, I'm not going to sit there and look for them, So I jumped on the bike, came back to the campsite, and got myself all tidied up and squared away over here. Yeah, but today's a new day, and I'm looking forward to the rides. Actually looking forward to hanging out with some people now. So, I'm going to get out of here. Sounds good to me. Alright. The remains of a meal formerly known as breakfast. Yeah, I was kind of hungry this morning. Today is not going to be too bad, but tonight, over the course of the evening, we're supposed to get pretty good sized thunderstorms running through here. So we'll see how the tent and the sunshade and everything all hold together. So I need to get my boots on, hit the head, clean up a little bit, do the dishes, then it's off to the ride.
It was easy enough to find. It was exactly what I thought it was.
Yeah, it was. Rob was doing some research and found out that one of the famous Pennsylvania covered bridges was nearby, so we decided to jump on the bikes this morning and check it out. Pretty cool. You guys are out of the Pittsburgh chapter, right?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. I was close, it had a P in it.
You're in the right state, it's got to pay.
We are starting to get ready for our pre-ride meeting, and we got 2 rides heading out. One's going to go to the caverns, one's going to go to the Dick of the Dragon, and that's the one I'm going on. I think Carmen and Dave are going to go on the caverns, but yeah, there's a lot of bikes here at the Travel Lodge. Definitely a lot of bikes.
Okay, so we just got done with our rider meeting, and it's pretty much what I thought it was going to be. You know, safety checks and announcements, and telling us what our rides are going to be about and what the roads are going to be like. And now we're just going to split up, and people that are doing cabin rides will be on one side, people that are doing the dick rides going to be on the other side. So, we're actually going to be riding in smaller groups. You know, we're not going to have 50 bikes in one group. We're going to break it up into smaller 15, 20 bike increments. So I'm going to get lit up and get going.
I don't want to know.
We still have some okay stuff. What?
That was the best. That was nice. Oh,
Talking about, right? We got like 11 turns and 318 miles.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get bored or lose track. You get lost in your thoughts on these roads.
Hey bud, good job. Just one question. That wasn't rain. Since we just rode the dick, we were getting pissed off.
There you go.
This humidity. Not quite where I thought you were going.
Yeah, really.
Well, I'm glad that's where he went, though.
With all the licking of the deck and all that. Just saying.
Oh, well, you know, since you mentioned that, you know, again.
Oh, since you mentioned that.
Well, we still have everybody here.
I was gonna say,
I don't want to hear that shit.
you know, I've been to a couple of
I've
VRA
driven
rallies.
those roads up there.
We see tits, not dicks.
But yeah, I lived in Rome for a while.
Hey, these guys are from Pennsylvania. I don't know what to tell you, man.
I'm from Pennsylvania too, and I much prefer seeing tits.
Well, I'm with you. I'm with you. I take it up with the leadership up here.
Okay.
You know, I try not to get involved in chapter activities.
Well, I would
And in the afternoon, then you have she cooks. This place is a monster meal for everybody. That's gonna be one of my favorite stories all the time. Yeah.
One last little pit stop before we ride back to the Rally Central location. This is like a Sheetz gas station, but one group kind of got lost, so we're just making sure that they find their way here before we take off. But a lot of guys are having fun. Roads were amazing. Okay, just got back from the first ride of the rally. Beautiful roads, just beautiful. Going through the hills and mountains around here, it's very, very nice. I was just looking at my my trip odometer. So far I've got 946 miles on this trip from home to here. So not too bad. I'm sure I'll have probably close to almost 2,000 by the time I get home. My group was the first one to return from their ride, and we got a little time before we all pack up. We're going to go to a dealership, a motorcycle dealership. They sponsor the local VRA chapter around here, and they're going to put on some burgers, brats, and stuff like that for us, which is really cool. But it's like, well, I got a little time. The wind's been picking up. I'm going to go check my sight because, you know, my sunshade, that tends to flop up and down and, you know, could possibly come undone and stuff like that. Well, it's not too bad. When I came, the top dome part had actually dropped down, and so I just kind of popped it right back up. But anyway, I get over here and it's like, man, there's something different. Well, duh, there's something different. There's like nobody here anymore. That's Rob's tent down there, but everybody else is now gone. Just me and Rob are down here. So this is cool. We could actually party pretty good down here tonight. Well, anyway, I gotta get back to Raleigh Central so I can make that ride to dinner. Cool beans. What town did we ride to?
What's that?
Do you know what town this is?
I have no idea what town this is.
I don't know either.
Are we still in Pennsylvania even?
Yeah, I think so.
Take my Lincoln train. There's a classic car. A Fiero is a classic car.
We were inside having a good old time, having some food and whatnot. Some more guys showed up, some more of the group, and they got inside, and all of a sudden you hear rain coming pouring down. What?
Oh, I thought you were filming.
I am.
Oh.
I'm filming you right now.
Hi, Mark. Hi, Mark.
Anyways, what I was saying before I was interrupted by Dave and Randy was that we were in there eating, the second group pulled in, and pretty much all of them got inside, and all of a sudden it just started pouring rain. So it let up for a little while and starting to come back down, but I wanted to run out to my bike and get my GPS because it's not rainproof. So it's in my pocket, safe and sound now, and I did turn it on and it does the work. So that's a good thing. It's been a long day. We rode up to, I was north of Altoona to a dealership up there, had dinner and everything, as you know. Well, while we were there, it started raining, as you know. I didn't feel like waiting around for the rain to stop. We were sitting there for, I think it had been about 2.5 hours or longer. And there was still probably a good hour of rain still on the way. So a couple of people and I decided to jump on the bikes and just ride through the rain. I mean, you're going to get wet anyway because the roads are going to be wet, so you're going to get sprayed and stuff like that. So hell with it, we just jumped on the bikes and we rode here. So I had to go check on my campsite anyway, and it wasn't too bad. My little sunshade did kind of collapse down on me, but no water in the tent or anything like that. So all in all, I guess I fared out fairly well. But now I'm back at Raleigh Central. We're going to have some drawings, door prizes or raffle drawings or whatever you want to call them. So that's what we're going to do tonight. So I'm back here. I would actually like to be back starting a fire, but all my wood's wet, so it'd be kind of a pain in the ass to start anyway. But we'll see if we can find anybody.
You see your buddy tonight?
I didn't see
Could you come around here, please? By the way, our host chapter, my chapter, President Tim, who's back running after the 50-50 putt tickets. This is his daughter, Izzy. our youngest member in attendance today. So Izzy, if you would, reach in, take me out one ticket, please. And let me have it. And Ian.
There you go.
Got the DVDs. You broke the ice, buddy. Thank you much, guys.
Luck would have it, usually when I have someone sit on my bike or a bike who's a passenger, the following year they end up riding their own. And I cannot for the life of me remember her name, but Manny, do you remember the gal that we were talking to from New York? Oh, is that you? Stand up, please. Stand up.
You are doing a hell of a job.
I saw you ride today because you were on the ride that I was with.
Yes.
I didn't know you've been riding for a year. That's awesome.
Yeah, I haven't even been here.
Wow. Okay. Well, keep up the good work. Thanks.
Good morning. This is Wednesday morning. Today's ride is going to be to Gettysburg. I don't think I've ever been there, so this is going to be a first for me. Well, actually, everything we've done has been a first for me. So, but last night was just wet. Had a thunderstorm roll through when we were out for dinner. Everything seemed fine on the way home or back to camp, and the drawings and all that stuff during the night went fine without a hitch. I got back to camp probably about 10:30. I did have to do a little straightening up from the rain and stuff like that, and the wind and all that, but for the most part I was still fine. All right, time to go to get breakfast and then to Rally Central. So yeah, time to go. Going to historic Gettysburg, and we're gonna look around. Looks like they're starting to form up some lines. We're gonna go in 3 different sets, so I'm gonna get going.
Yeah, and then we pulled out and I'm going, shit, I hope that was his bike. I thought, because all I caught was a flash of orange. This straggler, some guy standing in Chambersburg with his thumb out, leaning on his bike.
Looking for a group, that's it.
Hi, how are you? Yeah.
Back that way. Oh, we arrived at the Gettysburg War Memorial Museum Visitor Center thing. So did you guys enjoy your trip?
Oh yeah.
You gonna come back?
Having a blast. Definitely. We'll definitely be back.
Don't worry.
Next year, we're going to have to do the West Coast.
We are from West Virginia.
You're from West Virginia, so your drive wasn't too bad to get here.
It was really nice, actually.
Basically, we're on our own here at Gettysburg, and I'm going to do a bicycle tour, but I got to find where they have them. They must not get a lot of people asking for bicycle tours, because when I asked about it, they were like, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like, oh crap, where are they again? I was told it's over by the bus station. I just saw a bus go over that direction, so I'm just going to basically follow it. Okay, well, I've got my bike all rented and everything. I started riding around. Got 3 hours. This is not the full auto tour, but this is a shortened version of it. So I'm going to see things a little bit differently than you would in a car. So all right, I'm back on the bike and I'm moving on. Well, this bike tour is kind of fun, actually. Let me out getting some exercise anyway. Whew. I just had to bike up quite a little bit of a hill. But then I saw this tower, and it's a good overlook, so I had to come check it out. But this platform has got a great view. You know, when I first started the tour, I was thinking, I want to take a picture of every monument and every memorial stone that I come across. It's just not possible, and that came abundantly clear early on. There are just so many. I think that's kind of one of the weird things too, is, you know, I'm sitting there riding through a battlefield, and then all of a sudden there's houses. It's like, all right, that's weird. Oh, that nice lady over at the souvenir shop for the General E. Lee headquarters gift shop gift shop. It was really nice. She told me to come around the backside of the hotel here. They had a soda machine and an ice machine, so I was able to fill up my water bottle, get some ice in it, keep it cold. Whew. So thank you. You're a wonderful lady. I'm now riding through, the name of the road is Seminary Ridge. There's a Lutheran seminary school here. Lutheran Theological Seminary. Pretty cool. This actually goes on for quite a ways, it looks like. My Seminary Ridge Road turned into Confederate Avenue, and I will continue on down that way. Well, I made it up the hill. Well, sort of. I couldn't actually bike it. I had to get off and walk. Because that was one hell of a ride. If you don't believe me, I was down there taking a picture of a pier. Oh. Now you know why I had the donut at that rest stop. Oh, now that was just an amazing view. Oh, time to get back on the bike and keep moving. All right, you see more cannons behind me. I'm now on the Union side. Now I want you to know that tree line way back there. Okay, not this tree line, that tree line. That's where the Confederate military, where those other cannons were held. Well, that was a lot of fun. I did get lost for a little bit. I ended up turning the wrong way on a road, but still made it back all right. Oh, I met up with a bunch of the guys on top of the hill, you know, the hill, and they're laughing at me because I was on a pedal bike, and I'm like, damn, that hill's hard to get up, and they're like, oh, we didn't have any problems, because of course they're on their motorcycles. Oh, but I'm glad I did it. That was a really neat experience. Get in the visitor center here, get some souvenirs. Well, my day at Gettysburg is done. I am way late. All the other bikes I think have already taken off, which is fine. I'll just jump on 30 and start heading back. So, oh, that bike ride was cool though. I like that a lot. All right, heading back to Rally Central. Yeah, I know it's kind of hard to see me, but I'm back at home, back at the campsite. Meeting went as usual. You know, I had the 50-50 raffle drawings. Again, I didn't win. Good sized pot though. The take-home pot was like almost $150. I think that's about what it was yesterday too. I did win the bug splat competition. My name wasn't drawn for any of the little raffle prizes. So, but everybody goes home with something, and I'll get mine tomorrow. But yeah, it's pretty standard stuff. That's pretty much why I didn't record it. I had the camera with me, but I just didn't turn it on. Word had spread throughout the group that I was the one that rented a bicycle and rode Gettysburg via bicycle. So people were kind of curious, you know, why'd you do that? How'd you do it? You know, stuff like that. But it was all right. But now it's time for bed. Actually, an early night. It's only like 9:30. something like that. So I'm actually getting to bed kind of early. It feels weird. All right, last morning of the rally. It's here's all screwed up. It's Thursday morning. Finally got a good night's sleep. Woke up, did my dishes from dinner last night, and I'm deciding now whether or not I want to eat out for breakfast or just make some oatmeal here. Right now the gauge is more towards the eat out, you know, McDonald's, Subway sandwich, something like that. I'm trying to do a little picking up already so I don't have to do it all tomorrow, so I'm going around gathering all my dirty laundry, getting that stuff back in the cases, and I already got the saddlebags back on the bike. Yeah, so it's just kind of starting to gathering everything and just getting ready to go. All right, I'm going to keep working on that, and I'll see you at Rally Central. Well, we're starting to gather up for our last ride of the rally, Flight 93, and we've got still a little bit of time, but people are starting to emerge from their rooms, and of course we're talking bikes.
Comes a big semi, guys, so don't get run over. Looks like he's running.
Well, we've arrived at the Flight 93 Memorial. We did our single file strength and honor position in, single file, nice and slow, all the way into the parking lot, and now we can go view the memorial itself. We got all these little signs at the outside of the memorial. It's got information on what had happened, the passengers and the crew of the flight. There's probably, I don't know, probably a good 10, maybe 15 dozen or so of these signs to get information. The flight path the plane took, some of the messages from the passengers.
When I talk to people here, I feel that it's an injustice if you come here and we let you leave here and you don't know what you're looking at and what the story was. Sometimes when I stop people as they're leaving the site, I ask them if they have any questions. And a lot of times they say they don't, and then they do, and they end up talking to me sometimes for hours. But
Well, we're calling it a day here at the Flight 93 Memorial. Very, very powerful. I want to thank our ranger friend that gave us the talk on the happenings and the doings of what happened. It brought a tear to my eye, it really did. I think we all learned something here today, and I'm glad we came. Oh, we just arrived at a Quicker Steak and Lube for lunch. The restaurant has decided to give proceeds back to the VRA, so thanks. So proceeds from our meals are going to go back towards the VRA. That's pretty cool of them. Thank you, Quicker Steak and Lube. No wonder I like your restaurant. Okay, we just got at the Johnstown Flood Memorial and Museum. I see my battery indicator light on the screen is flashing at me, so the battery is going to go dead here pretty soon. I'm just going to take a few photos and stuff, but the scenery up here is just amazing. Well, we're back from our last dinner. I didn't take too much for pictures or anything like that. I got a few on my phone that I'll put into the video, but the battery and the camera died, and I was stupid, and I thought it was going to be enough to get me through the day, you know, and it wasn't. I should have grabbed the other one. Oh well, live and learn, right? But just about everybody's at Central. But I came back over to camp. I just wanted to tidy up just a few things. You know, just kind of make it feel like I don't have much to do in the morning. So all I gotta do is break the tent down, the sunshade here, and pretty much be on my way. Rob was gonna go home with me. He had mechanical difficulties with his bike, so he's not going to be able to do that now. But there's one more night of drawings and stuff over at Central, so I'm gonna just finish up here real quick and then bug over there. I think I could put all my cooking stuff away. I don't think I'm going to make any more meals. And if I do, I'll just be like oatmeal in the morning, and I'll probably even leave those pots and pans and the plate or whatever dirty. And I'll just wash them when I get home. So, yep, that's what I'm doing.
Jake Wilson, $10 gift card, LeBron Customs Weirdo Chopper Builder's Guide, and that goes to Jerry McMullen. See what happens when you get your name in the box. There you go, Jerry. Pull me one out of there. You got more to choose from this time. $10 in JC box. Shane Bosley.
Alright, well, that's pretty much the end of it. I said my goodbyes to all my friends and brothers. I've been working around the camp again, trying to get things ready to go for tomorrow. The news is still the same for Rob. He's got to wait for his bike to get done. He's going to let me leave without him. I kind of hate doing it, but he's going to let me leave without him. And he said he'll be fine, and we're hoping that he'll be able to catch up to me on Saturday. Maybe then he can get to my house and we can still do our iron butt ride on Sunday. But because right now that's about the only way we're going to be able to do it, because he leaves Wednesday. So yeah, it's pretty much now or never. But little moth. For the most part, though, it's really been quite the adventure. Good rally, good people, and I hope I can make it next year. I got the new job starting, and I just don't know if I'm going to be able to get the time off, but I'm hoping. I don't know how much recording I'm going to do on the way home. It's just going to be jumping on the tollway freeways and booking it home. Should take me, according to the navigation, it should take me about 10.5 hours. That doesn't include gas stops, rest stops, brake stops, meal stops, and stuff like that. So I'm thinking more along the lines of about 15 hours. Because sometimes I'm just not comfortable sitting in the saddle, you just gotta get off and take a break. So this is Mark saying thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the road.